Okay, guys. So it's Wednesday, man. I haven't been able to work. Well, man, it's been a minute now. I haven't been able to work in like 4 or 5 days. So, uh, yeah, and that's kind of untypical for August. So, yeah, we haven't worked since last Friday. So today's Wednesday. It's almost a week. Uh, so and so y'all know Phil's not available on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Now he will be available on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Uh, but some of the properties I can't do over the weekend, and so basically today I'm going to go out here, and I'm not trying to go do a route. We have the Fayette route this week. Uh, and today's Wednesday, so I won't be able to do that Fayette route probably until Saturday. Uh, I don't want to put it off a whole week because then that's going to screw up all of the timing of all the routes. And I know with it raining like it has, and then it poured last night for about 3 hours, and we haven't hit 85 degrees and well since probably Saturday or so, or probably even Friday. Yeah, Thursday or Friday. So it starts getting a little funny now, and it ain't. I mean, it's not ideal, but there's a lot worse spots to be in. Like for instance, if we didn't get any rain, that would be a worse spot because the yards were drying out. And that's why I've been able to do the videos like I've been doing. I've done some work in the shop, cleaning the shop. One thing about having a shop space, you got to steady be damn cleaning because it just seems like it's a haven for dust and stuff. I don't really know what I can do to stop dust from getting everywhere all the time. Uh, I don't really know, uh, but you can always sweep and stuff. There's always stuff everywhere. Uh, what else I got for y'all? So I did the video on you know, on the spindle assembly. And look, I don't know everything there is to know about bearings and seals and spindles and mowers and all that. But when I see other guys on YouTube, uh, doing videos about these things, uh, a lot of them know a lot more than me. I mean, you know, uh, well, number one, I don't never have to rebuild them anymore. I don't never have to replace spindles anymore. So it's kind of taking me out of the spindle technology. Not that it's complicated or anything. It's kind of taking me out of that realm. My brain doesn't have to worry about all that, right? I've never had a spindle go out on my mowers, so it's almost like a forgotten thing, right? Uh, and I know that some of the stuff in the video yesterday, well, I actually uploaded this morning. Uh, it's talking about the spindle, and the difference in sealed bearings and not sealed bearings. Now that video is it'll be coming up at 10 o'clock. I scheduled it for 10 o'clock this morning. So by the time y'all see this, it will be posted. I don't know if anybody's watched it or not. And I have a lot more time to do content because, I mean, there's really nothing I can really do when it's rained like it has. I done all the, the maintenance stuff that I can do. Yeah. But can y'all believe that Napa tried to charge me $55 for a freaking air filter for my mower? For one air filter, when they got the exact same filter on Amazon for $14. My dealer sells them for less than $20. I could not believe it when they told me $67 for one oil filter and one air filter. See, I don't blow money like that. Now, guys that might not know or might not, or be wanting to make sure that they are doing, crossing all their T's and dotting all their I's, they may have went on and bought it just because they had already went up there, right? Not me, man. I blew that damn air filter out and ordered 2 from Amazon. So they'll be here tomorrow. I mean, every dollar in business that you spend, you got to get it back. And if you don't ever spend it, then, well, if you don't know what things cost or what it should cost, then you'll spend, right? I can buy 5 filters, air filters, for $70, maybe $75. 5 of them. They wanted $55 plus tax for one, dude. So got to be careful, man. When you're, and if that was only available air filter, then you would have to buy it, right? If that was the only, but you got to change out these air filters. And worst case scenario is at least blow it out with an air compressor. I did that, but it doesn't, I don't know. The air filters on the mowers don't collect dust like the air filters in the skid. The skid air filters, man, that skid air filter, you pull it out, you can, it's almost like a shop vac filter. You know how you take the shop vac and you take the top off and you take the filter out and change the filter. That paper filter, that's how skid steer filters are. Just stuff all in them everywhere. So yeah, but I do appreciate the views, and I'm just trying to stay busy and keep my flow going, and doing things that I need to do, while we can't work. So I'm gonna go over here to this. I call it the 71 acres, but it's not. It's a 71 acre site, but I only cut about probably around 3 acres or so, something like that. And it's gonna be stupid wet. I've never been over there with it wet, but I know the lay of the land over there, and everything's pretty flat. So there shouldn't be any, of course I could be wrong. There shouldn't be any water sitting anywhere where it's detrimental to me. And that's another good thing I like about having commercial accounts, because with commercial accounts, you may be able to go do them, more empty properties and stuff like that. You may be able to go do them on days like today. I can't go do a whole route today of lawns, of homeowner lawns, like I should have done on Monday and Tuesday. I can't even on, I haven't been able to do anything because it's been physically raining. So I always put the gate code with the name of the customer, right, in my phone. So that's how I store it in the phone. Some people change the gate code a lot more than others, and I'm always having to, figure that out. But like I said, there's not a lot I can really do today. We're gonna try to do something, at least where I can cover. I need to be able to cover fuel and everything. And I know, I thought you said you make all this money, man. You can now you ain't got to work. I know, I do make pretty good out here, but everything's got to pay for itself. And I don't start pulling money out of reserves because we have 4 days of rain. I want to try to not do that. That's my whole goal in life. So, it's a given you can't do a skid job or nothing like that in this kind of weather. So, with the rain that we've had, it's, yeah. I'll be lucky if I can cut this over here. I called Kat, and Kat said she would come over here and help me. And when I get over here and look at the lay of the land, I may call her. If she's still available, she can ride over, and I'll, if she'll run a mower for a couple of hours, I'll throw her, $70, $60, $70, $80, something like that. Just spend an hour and a half or so over here. It costs something to breathe every day. So, and when this temperature gets back up, like right now it's 70 degrees. When the sun comes back out and this temperature gets back up, it's gonna the grass is gonna be like really bad, really hard to deal with. We're gonna be slammed. So anything that I can do, any of the lower end yards, the yards where people don't give a damn, the yards where it don't hold water and all that, anything that I can do and not have to travel far. I don't want to travel far from the house, because the further out you get, the more it costs you, and then you get there and you can't do it. And most of the properties that are further out, they're a part of a route, and I don't go do one on the route, you know, because obviously I can't go do 11 on, well, the Fayetteville route, I think there's 11 on there. I can't go do 11 of those yards, and I'm not gonna, if I have to travel like that, I'm not gonna go do 4 of them. No, we're gonna put the whole day off, because I don't know for sure that I can do the 4. You see what I'm saying? So you can't commit to doing a route that's far away if you're not sure if you're not going to be able to do it. Well, Ray, call the homeowners and ask them. They don't know. They don't know if I can do it or not. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell me, oh no, it's too wet. Well, number 1, it's wet, and number 2, they don't want to spend usually. So I've got to get this stupid truck fixed, man. I'm going to have to go and run the other truck, drive the other truck for a couple of days. But I'll try to get a little footage over here. I don't know how much. We'll see how wet it is. The spray should work pretty good over here. I'll probably spray the fence line. Man, the last time I was here, I think I sprayed, so I may not have to spray. Okay, y'all, so I just pulled up over here. They say we got some more rain probably coming. So I got Kat coming over here. And usually what I'll do is I'll have her cut certain pieces, but she's on her way. Now I just pulled up. She just lives up the street, about 10 minutes away from here. So I'm gonna get the mowers set on the right height, make sure everything is good to go.
Ruby red lips, ones I've been waiting all day to kiss, finally quitting time. And I'll be home in just a little while. It's Friday night and I'm taking you out. Ain't nothing gonna stop me now. Pedal to the metal now, baby. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. We're gonna have a G-double-O-D time when I get back in town. Since I've been gone, I had nothing but you heavy on my mind. Phone calls from you keeps me hanging here on the line. Everywhere I go, I keep seeing your face. Your lips on mine, I can't wait to embrace. Pedal to the metal now, baby. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. We're gonna have a G-double-O-D time when I get back in town. So get your party dress on and I'll take you out dancing. Steal a little kiss or two. When that evening's done and I get you back home, there's just one thing I want to do. So I'll see you fellas later. Gotta hit the accelerator, baby's waiting, I can't hang around. We're gonna have a G-double-O-D time when I get back in town. Called me up last night, said I bought something that you're gonna like, silky and smooth. Been trying to picture it all day on you. Won't be long, I'll be back in town. Lord, I hope there's no
think it'd take to get this tree up? Y'all gonna see me over here. I'm gonna bring a skid over here to get this tree up. How much y'all think I ought to charge? I don't have to do nothing but get it to the wood line. It's a pretty big tree, really. I mean, that's a pretty big tree. But the skid will push it, man. I'll cut that sucker like, I'll make 4 or 5 cuts on it, just getting some of the limbs, and just push it. We'll try to get to a $1,400 day over here. So, yeah, cat's doing good, man. Cutting all that up there. Now, I done pretty much, this is the back of the property, or the back of where we cut at. There's a pond down on down. So this is where I stop at right here on the mowing. And now I'm just working my way back up. We've been here about an hour, and we probably got about 45 more minutes over here, something like that. Having 2 mowers like this, Exmark over here, it's a big deal. You can cover a lot of freaking grass. And one thing about it, y'all, is the grass ain't growing hardcore, because it's just now starting to benefit from the water. And then the next cut will be pretty heavy duty. This cut right here, it hasn't been hot enough or enough sun coming out since we got all this rain. This grass is going to take off when the sun comes back out, and we start hitting that 85, 90 degree again. So thank God for the rain, man. Yeah. Okay, that's a wrap over here. Having that second mower, yeah, I ain't been over here that long. A cat left about 35 minutes ago. I've probably been over here probably a total of 2 hours. The cat was here about an hour and a half, and I gave him $60. I don't know if that's good or bad. But yeah, everything is looking really good over here, and this is what you get after you do the properties a couple of times. You know, when you first start doing properties like this, the big ones, you got to get them in order, and it's got to be a balance between what they're willing to pay for and what I'm willing to do, and how much time I'm going to have to spend over here to get it in order. And you got to be able to calculate that a little bit. So in the beginning, you might say, okay, damn, Ray, I wouldn't do that for less than $600. You know, but you look at the big open spaces, right? But when you got mowers like this, you're not going to be able to get, in my area, you're not going to be able to get $600 to do this on the regular. You know, and it's more than just this and this. It's the roadside out there, like I showed y'all, and it's a few spots back behind me. But if you can settle on like 400, you do the first cut and say you're at 6, and then as long as they're letting you come every 2 weeks, then you don't have to get 6 every time. You get 6 the first time, but you got to do a lot of spraying, a lot of this, a lot of that. But now, and you're spending a lot more time. That's the biggest thing. You're spending a lot more time here now. I mean, you're spending a lot more time here in the beginning. Now, I could come and do this property solo in 2 hours and not even have to get off the lawnmower. And to me, I like properties like this better, as long as they're paying good. Now, if you don't have the right equipment for this, it's hard to make money at it. But this is why I had these big mowers. Well, man, them big mowers, they're only good for that kind of thing. But they're not. I can cut anything with them. Anything that I can't cut with them, I don't want to cut. Good thing, huh? But you got to build a forecast a little bit. Like I knew that once, I knew that he wasn't going to pay $600 a trip for any period of time. The first couple trips over here, I got $600 out of him because of all the spraying and a lot of stuff that now we got in order. And so now that everything's in order, I can fly through it and I don't have to charge $600. And he's not gonna. They're not gonna want to pay $600. They're not gonna pay $600 per cut. If that's the case, then what they'll do is they'll let you come once a month, $600. Well, I don't want. I'd rather do it every 2 weeks for $400. See, so you got to kind of, you got to kind of know what your equipment can and can't do. You got to know all this stuff, and if you don't, and you jump out there, well, you might end up losing a customer like this, because if you're of the mindset that you're going to be able to get 600 just because you got 600 the first and second time, that you're going to be able to get 600 if they sign up regular. Well, if you demand that, they're not going to do that. You know, and if I can get 400 in 2 hours, you know, I probably would have spent. It probably would have taken me 3 hours over here solo. So it was worth giving $60 away to where I only have to spend, 2 hours. That's my thinking. And I feel rain coming down now, so I did a little bit of spraying over here, but I didn't want to do too much because it's iffy if we're gonna get more rain. So yeah, man. I'm done over here, and I ain't even look, y'all. I ain't even got dirty. Your boy ain't even got off the lawnmower, man. And $400 minus 100 in expenses, 60 for labor, and then 40 for fuel. And then we can, I can add more stuff, add more expenses on. But I probably profited $200 over here for sure. And that's after I paid truck tires and oil in the truck and gas and everything. The biggest factor you got to consider though is all the rain that we've had and everything's so wet. What else more lucrative do I got going on that I can go do damn near solo? Nothing. So I'm out of here, y'all. Deuces.